Alright, we're going to clean the floor real quick today. That's what we're doing. And he's just getting ready to set up. The first thing he's going to do, he's going to dust mop. So he's going to use a dry. Let's see, I think he's going to, he's going to use a dry pad. And he's going to go over the floors real good. They've been mopped and cleaned, so you want to make sure your floors are vacuumed and there's no grit of any kind.
We're going to do something you've never seen done before.
Well,
not likely.
The softer your pad, the better. Now, you could do this like if you had a wood floor, you could spray a little Indust or Lemon Pledge or something like that on there to make it, so stuff sticks to it more. Because you're kind of relying on any dust that you'll have some static things that build up. So this is just a way of mop, if you had a dust mop like you see people use them in schools and doing long hallways and stuff like that.
This is dust mopping with power. A machine dust mopping, not a standard. This is way more powerful than a dust mop. It's a superior method.
Well, and of course, if you guys are watching our recent videos, you don't use gliders except on carpet and rugs. Remember that, because somebody will forget. They'll think you use a glider everywhere. You don't. It's actually overcast outside today.
Now this guy, he mops his floors. He sweeps and mops his floors like 2 to 3 times a week. He's a really big cleaner, so
yeah.
He just wants about once a month or so he likes us to come over here and power clean it. Because we got stuff he can't get out with a regular broom or mop.
Yeah, so you're not going to see any. You can't really see any lines because the it's dry.
The floor is dry. The bottom is dry.
So you have to just kind of pay attention to where you're going, so you don't skip up too much, and you don't keep going over the same spot over and over and over again. Now, if you're one of those people that bought one of those big, thick, loopy rayon bonnets for an Oreck, and then you figure out real quick they don't work on carpet, and they don't seem to work for anything. If you're going to do something like this, they would probably work good for that. Do what?
Lock the top block. Just in case.
But something like that would probably work, but this is just a regular 50-50, cotton poly bonnet or pad.
Now we don't know if this pad will be dirty on the bottom or not, because this guy is a really good housekeeper.
Yeah, this floor is really pretty clean.
All we know is we're picking up any excess dirt or dust that he misses with his mop. And then we're going to go over and wet mop it. We're going to spray it and clean it with a wet bonnet after the, we're going to get the floor wet and clean it that way after this.
Yeah, this would polish a floor too. You must do the living room there. You could use this depending on what kind of finish you have down, this could be used to buff or polish a floor. Just a dry, soft pad. Just like I said, make sure you've swept and vacuumed and, you don't have any grit down. This usually just pushes stuff out of the way anyway, so.
No, I'm sure on a really dirty floor that wasn't well manicured like this one, I picked up a ton of dirt on the bottom of this bonnet. I don't anticipate that here today because I'm not even seeing any dust fly out the sides. I mean, this is really clean, so it will pick up dust. It just may be a minute amount that won't show some big ooh.
Oh yeah, this guy moves his furniture into the dining room to mop his floors.
He's a real serious cleaner, yeah.
He's really picky about keeping his floors as clean as possible. So
he is. He's a real good cleaner.
Yeah. So technically, these floors don't really need anything done to them besides what he's already done. But he likes to have some extra stuff done that he knows he can't just do with a regular mop. So we love customers like that. There's not very many of them.
Do your best kind.
Yeah, most people, they just don't want to do anything unless it's absolutely 100% has to be done, and they put it off for years. So this guy's a rare treat, So we give him a good deal. because we don't want to. You don't want to overcharge people and end up, you know, losing easy work. So all you have left is the hard stuff that doesn't pay very well. Always treat your good customers especially right, you know.
Sometimes this guy, he's used us for years. Sometimes we charge him, and sometimes we do stuff for free because, like, if he needs helped out, we just help him out. If he's got spare money, we take his money.
Yeah, he's on a fixed income, so.
Yeah, so we will help him for free. We actually do a lot of free cleanings to help people out that need the cleaning that can't afford it. We like making money, but we're about helping people too. So
yeah,
we're not all into the money. I know a lot.
You got to make a living.
Want to make $300 an hour, and I mean that's great, but we like to help people, so we like to make a lot of money and help people.
Make your living, but don't stop giving.
I'm coming over there. Yeah, we always try to.
Yeah, a lot of people when they get into this kind of a business, they get kind of desperate to make money all the time, and it can be a tough business, and the phone doesn't always ring, and around the holidays it's kind of tough. But don't get desperate where you stop, you know, doing good things for people, because free work usually pays off with paying work later on.
Free work always leads to paying work.
Yeah.
It never fails. If you want to make more money, do more free work.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
You'll get a lot more customers. The word of mouth to get out about you. Free work never is a mistake. Never.
Well, as long as you make enough money on the work you do, charge where you can, and then, you know, as you can afford to, give to others.
Well, we're doing this for free, aren't we? Or are we charging for it? I'm not sure.
No, we charge you for the carpet the other day, and we decided to just go ahead and do this because the floors are really not needing a whole lot. So. We do this, and we also steam these floors for him sometimes because he likes to steam too. So we alternate. In fact, next week we're going to do some videos with the Dupre steamer because we got some hard floors and some furniture that we got scheduled.
Someone who wants some steam cleaning done.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's you know, we are in the holiday season, so we have it tentatively scheduled for Monday or Tuesday next week. But
okay, it did get a lot of dirt, but I didn't know it would because the well, you can see the ring around here.
It's kind of got some dust on it.
But this is if the floor was not perfectly clean, it would have some dust on it.
Yeah. All right, now he's going to go ahead and go back over and just lightly apply moisture. Are you using the same pad, or are you going to put a different one down?
No, I'll get a new pad just because.
Yeah, it's not even, I don't think, 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's look outside. It's overcast, and if you go outside and stand around for a minute, you end up kind of having your clothes are saturated with moisture, so there's like a mist in the air. Now we've shown this technique we're about to do. We've shown this before.
Well, I'm going to do a slightly different. I'm going to spray the floors a little bit so I don't have to spray along the way. It helps me move quicker.
Alright. But when you're cleaning floors, try to use as little moisture as possible, because a lot of people oversaturate the floors and then you got a big mess to clean up. And yeah, you got a soupy mess, and it looks like it's doing a good job, but really you're just kind of wasting a lot of your product and a lot of your water.
Of course, it don't take a lot of moisture to
and it's a lot of work. Since the air is saturated today, this stuff won't dry up very fast anyway, so you know, you can do a little more, but he's not going to put a ton down. That's pretty light.
No, we're just putting it down light.
Did you spray some in the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm saying it looks like I see some dampness.
Move that way for a second. Don't worry about stepping on the dampness. I'm going to buff it off anyway. All right then.
Yeah, it just takes a few ounces of product, and
it don't take much.
You don't need anything fancy.
Nope.
Now, we had a job scheduled this morning that kind of fell through at the last minute, and we were going to do this later in the day. But when that fell through, and they want us to come out on Saturday, we haven't decided if we want to do that or not. So we may just put them off till next week too. But we decided to just come ahead and do this early and get it over with, and that way we got our day freed up if something else comes along. Because you gotta reschedule stuff sometimes. People call at the last minute and change your plans.
Yes, and now we're getting the power mopping, power cleaning. He got the power dust mopping, and now he's getting the power mopping.
Oh, and I'll mention it real quick. We're using of course, we're using the pad driver and pads that we got from Corey Thibodaux, and I'll put his information in the video description so you can look. But the pad driver is Velcro on the bottom, and it doesn't tear up floor pads and things. So it's kind of nice. The stock pad driver that comes with the Oreck, it's really aggressive, and you're real limited on what you can use for pads and bonnets and stuff. They're just not going to, shred them to pieces. So, and this has been really good. We've got 3 of these pad drivers now. We've only used one of them because they last a long time. So we've got extra ones. But you can call him at, you have to text message him. He doesn't respond to voice calls, but if you text him at 512-350-1129, that's Corey Thibodaux, and he's got the Carpet Muscle TV YouTube channel, and he can get you these things for your work. And he also has the pad glider that we've been showing the last.
If you guys haven't seen us clean carpets with a pad glider, go back a video or 2, and you'll see it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it makes the machine run more like it does here.
It makes it run
on a hard floor on carpets.
Yeah, like you're on carpet. It makes it run like you're on tile.
Yeah. So it'll. You don't have to have a glider, of course, and people will tell you don't have to have a glider. Nope, you don't. But if you do have one, you'll notice that it does make it a lot easier, and you'll clean faster, and you'll feel a little less tired at the end of the day. So it's worth it.
Here's how, if you say you have to have a glider, say no, you don't have to have a car either.
No, you don't have to have a phone.
Yeah, but if you want to have a better life, have one.
Well.
So do you have to have a glider? No.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're old school, and we're 58 years old, so we don't like having to carry phones around because we didn't, that's just something you do, these days. But people calling you at all hours of the day, that's kind of a hassle sometimes. So we don't get into some of that. But a lot of people can't live without a phone. It's funny, you see people working at jobs and they have their phones out and they're playing on their phones all day, and the employers put up with that now. They have to.
They can't go to work without a phone.
Yeah, they can't get through a work day, and people sitting on a couch in the same room together and they're on their phones instead of talking to each other. It's a different world. But no, you don't have to have a glider. But if you do have one, it makes your carpet cleaning easier. So.
If you do have one, it improves your life.
Oh yeah, it changes everything in your life. All of a sudden, your whole life starts working again.
Well,
I'd go around the other way.
It changes your carpet cleaning.
Let's see, got to do the kitchen.
Refusing to use a glider just to be obstinate because we're the ones who got you. We started talking about it. It's kind of like, it's sort of stupid. I mean, if you want to do without a glider because you want to be in defiance of what me and Joe are doing, go ahead. We're still using one, and it makes our lives.
Well, I told Jay the other day, it's like, I don't care if a single person in the entire world uses a glider.
No.
It doesn't, because we don't actually make any money off gliders.
No,
so
we're not selling them.
we're helping Corey because he sends us stuff. We're helping him try to sell stuff so he can make a little commission. But we don't make any money off any of the Challenger stuff that he sells.
So if you don't buy a glider because you think you're hurting us, you're not hurting us.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't sell the products. We just help Corey sell them.
Yeah.
You're not hurting us at all. So if you want to be an idiot, go right ahead and be an idiot.
Well, you about done there?
Yeah, hang on. We'll show the bottom of the.
All right, I'm gonna come around.
I'll pull it off the machine anyway. Okay, see, we didn't get a lot of dirt, and that's because the customer keeps the house clean.
Yeah, but there's always more stuff down.
Well, this ring here,
well,
that's the ring where it's dirty, but you know, a lot of dirt. But he keeps it clean.
well, just regular mopping only does so much. When you put a machine to it, the agitation that you get and everything is more aggressive, and it starts to scrub up the stuff that was missed. So actually, he got a good deal getting this floor clean, because it was needing a little bit more than he's been able to do. So he should be.
But the customer in this case does a very good job. That's the only reason why we didn't get those bonnets black. We've got the bonnets black before over here.
Oh yeah,
it's just he's been stepping up his game.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. Like I said, check the video description for more details on things, and hope you guys enjoyed that. And we're gonna get out of here and get back home and have some more coffee, and see if we can line up something else for today. Otherwise,
have some cream-filled cookies.
Something, yeah.
Someone gave us a whole ton of them things, and I'm a junkie for sweets.
Oh yeah, he loves sweets.
Oh.
I could care less about them, but
Joe doesn't care about them, but I love them. So.
But anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.